Hi folks, and welcome back to Fishing with Den. Well, today I've just gone past this little river which you can see behind me. I'll show you a bit more in a minute, but I literally just stumbled across it. So I've stopped the car, I've got my tackle out, and I'm going to give it a go. It's one of those in the Small River series again. It's probably, I don't know, 10-15 metres wide at its widest point. Has some shallows, had a few deeps. But I won't know what's in here properly until we get set up and started. So I suppose we better get on with that then, have we? Well, that's a good start. I'm just getting set up. And just behind me there is a catfish. There he is, look. Nice size fish. Good start though. There he goes, look. Back to his little hidey hole. Well, while I'm at it, I might as well show you where I'm at. I've just come along this little road and literally straight off the road down into the river. And it's lovely. A couple of spots, this one where I've just put my bag, another one down there, coming along, nice gentle sort of a flow, and this is probably about as far as I could get. There are a few stones just up there which I could maybe sit on, but for the moment I'm going to go with this because it looks really nice. Okay, well the first thing to do is obviously let's get the depth plumbed. I'm using the same float as I did last time on the other small river, just to start off with. Got the small plummet on. Don't think it's going to be all that deep in this one, so I'm just guessing at the depth at something like 3 or 4 feet. Throw it over. Just bring it back towards me a little bit. That wasn't a bad guess actually. That's not going under, but I can tell from the float that it's close to the bottom, if not actually just about dead on depth. I'm going to take off another 6 inches and we'll see how from there. Okay, so that's going to make it about 3 feet deep. No idea what it's like up there. It does shallow up right down there. Okay, yeah, I know from that I'm very close to the right depth. As you can see, the float's only just coming out of the water, and then yeah, it's just starting to shallow up there. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'll trot it through, don't want to make too much commotion. What I am going to do, because I'm a bit shallower than the other day, is to move these shots down, so I'll bring them down a few inches. So, be careful when you're moving shot, you don't want to be damaging the line, but these are non-toxic shot and they seem to move pretty well. Okay, just move that one down a fraction. And pretty much ready to go. Alright, let's get some bait on and see where we go from here. Okay, well, I'm going to start off with a worm, because I saw that catfish down behind me. Just trot it through and see how we go. Trying to grab hold of it isn't the easiest thing at times. Put him on the hook. And let's give it a go. Underarm flick. Right. Really steady current like last time. Well, tried the worm just to see. Still got a little bit left on there, but nothing so far. Going to give the sweet corn a try now. Okay, well that's the float sorted out. So now, because this is an exploring day, I'm going to throw the swim feeder up by that overhanging bush over there. Hopefully not catching anything on the way through. That'll do. Let's see how we go. Seem to have a bit of a touch on that float, but not going under properly. No, missed it. Ho hum. Oh, yep, got something. Oh, he's heading for the far bank. That's on the float. I reckon it's got to be a carp. Lovely bite too. Try and avoid my other line. Come on. You're not ready yet, are you? Come on, mate. There we go. Nice common. Well, not very deep out there, so I don't know how many I can catch out of this swim before I move. So fit in these rivers. There we go. There we go, good fish. Well, that's quite decent. Put this rod down somewhere. Look at that. Where are we? Oh yeah, there we go. Well, do you know what? I think I'm going to weight him. I've got a new net today, new landing net, so I'll zero the scales with this one. Right, 0 and or not. Well, it got to at least 10 pounds before I managed to throw him in and remind myself, note to self, don't try and hook it through this net anymore. Well, made a mess of weighing that one, didn't I? Still, first fish, not complaining. Get some more bait on, get back out there. That new net, by the way, is a latex one, and my old one used to allow me to get the hook of the scales through it, and this one obviously doesn't like that. So let's give it another go. We'll get some more bait out there. Something happening on this rod. Yep, got him. Oh, fish. Oof. He's taking some line. This has gone away from the tree so far, although he's gone back again. Bring him down this way a little bit. That's a good fish. Doesn't want to leave that tree. Okay, making a little bit of headway. Let's get this other rod in. Never like fishing with this 2 rods thing, but I'm getting results today, so I can't complain too much. Just take your time. And there we go. Whew. Well, that's 2 in the space of, I don't know, 5 minutes. Again, nice fish, look. And again, look at the size of that mouth. Whew. Okay. Right, so. Again, good fish, big fat fish. So let's try the same performance. Right, 0. Let's see if we can do this properly this time. £12, 13 ounces. Beautiful fish, eh? Well, turns out that last fish weighed £12, 13 ounces, and I've just weighed the net, and just like the old landing net, it weighs £1, 3 ounces, so that would make that fish £11, 10 ounces, which is a nice fish in anyone's book, certainly for a brand new stretch of river that I've never fished before. Right, let's get this back in there. Well, as expected then, it's gone very quiet after those 2 fish. Not surprisingly, it's only 3.5 foot, 4 foot deep out there, and there's quite a commotion from them, so no signs, no indications for the last half an hour. So I think what I'll do is I'll go down and I'll have a look at that area down there, just to see if there's anything down there. With this kind of fishing, a roving approach always helps. I mean, I know this isn't a roving insofar as stopping and walking and fishing in half a dozen spots, but I've only got a couple of spots to fish, so I might as well be comfortable. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. I've come down to this right hand swim and it's unfortunately just a bit too shallow, and looking at it, there's trees all the way under the water right out there, and so looking at this, I've tried to plumb it and it's actually a lot shallower than the other place, so that's unfortunate, just one of those things. I'll give the other one another 10 minutes or so, see what happens, and then I think I'm going to move on to another location. Well, here we are then folks, I've reached the second location, just a bit further up the river, and you might think this looks like quite a big river, but I can assure you it's not. As you see, as it comes down here, and we've got cows in the water as well, as it comes down here, it's actually very shallow, under this rickety old bridge, and then down the way there, very small. I'm not sure if there's anything down in the little pool here, but probably unlikely. However, I'm going to fish just pan around a bit on the edge of those rocks down there and fish somewhere up there. I've never fished here before, no idea as usual what the depths are, and I don't think there's going to be much current unless you're on this side here, but certainly there is some weed down there which may be an issue, but we'll give it a go, eh? Right, well, I've come down from the bridge over these rocks, and it looks fairly deep just down in front of me here off the rocks, but unfortunately there's a great big expanse of streamer weed which is growing up into the middle there, and we've got some odd cows across the far side, so I'm going to throw it more or less that way to start off with, see how we go. I'm going to plumb the depth, but again there's a lump of weed sticking out up there, so I think first of all I'm just at the depth I was at the last place, and I'll just put it down here and have a look, see how it goes. Yeah, okay, let's go a bit further. Yeah, Very shallow, surprisingly so. Probably about the same sort of depth or even shallower than the last place. Probably shallower actually. Wow. So as before then, I'm going to throw out a feeder as well. For this one, because it seems to be pretty much the same, I'm going to just throw down there a ways. That'll do. And see how we go. Well, I've been here about 20 minutes. I'll just have my first little knock on the feeder. Nothing on the float. Oh, hang on, I've got something going on. Looks like a drop back. Let's see what happens. Nope, just a liner. Let's get this rod in just in case. I'm having a few issues with the float rod anyway. The wind keeps coming up and creating too much of a bow, and it's in the wrong direction, so I think I may just put this rod away for now and concentrate on the feeder. Put him up there out of the way. Yep. This will be fun. I've got a log down to the left, trees in the bank, weeds out there. Luckily I don't think this one's all that big. It's coming in okay for the moment, but there's a log just down there where he is now. Just keep him coming. There he is on the surface now, look. Okay, more logs just down there. Weeds down here. Good job it's only a fairly small fish. Right, let's have a look for the net. Unfortunately, this is what happens when you move. You tend to displace things. Whew. At least I got him. All I've got to do is try and get back here without slipping in down these rocks. Whew. Yeah, I don't know, probably about 5 pounds or so, I suppose. It'll do nicely. I've been here for about probably an hour and a half now and had that one fish. Just had one knock on the tip probably about 10 minutes ago, but frankly not much doing here, so I think it'll be time to pack up fairly shortly. Well, I've given it as long as I can, folks. It's probably another 10 or 15 minutes since I last mentioned I'd had that knock. Time to go home for some dinner, I think. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I know I have. And again, I've only caught 3 fish, but what a great day out. Anyway, as usual, if you liked it, you know the drill. Click the button. If you want to subscribe, you can do that too. And until the next time, bye for now.